Hello everyone and welcome back to some more K-pop news. In today's video, I have news on how it was announced that the boys have now terminated their contracts with K-pop company named 100. Also, I have news on how a bunch of artists have now left K-pop company named BPM Entertainment, and also a whole lot of news like that as well. So with all that being said, let's get straight right to the video right now. Last week, a big K-pop news had come out announcing that all members of the K-pop boy group named the BOYZ, except for New, had announced that they will be leaving K-pop company named 100, and the reason is because it says right here that the members had sent a document notifying the company of the termination of their exclusive contracts, citing material breaches of contract and an irreparable breakdown of trust. And it was announced right away that after this K-pop boy group had announced and said that this was the reason or why they were leaving this company, K-pop company named 100 has now put out their own statement about this, and in their statement, this is what they had to say about it. We signed contracts with all 11 members of the BOYZ and paid a substantial signing bonus to each member under the premise that the entire group will fulfill their contract period as a single team. However, that premise collapsed last year due to various controversies involving the members, which eventually led to one member leaving the group and reached a point where normal group activities became difficult. Despite this, we made efforts to maintain group activities by persuading damaged affiliates and bearing significant financial losses. We cannot accept the demand for contract termination raised by the BOYZ members while they ignore these circumstances. Now look, here's my thoughts about this news right here. First off, by this K-pop news coming out, this either means that the boys lied here by saying that they had not been paid at all, or either the company lied here by saying that they had paid the members, but in reality they had not paid them a single cent at all. Also, on top of that, the one thing that I'm worried about this is that by this K-pop news coming out, this means that this news might turn into a lawsuit because this means that a lot of people and a lot of K-pop idols might want to find out on who is right in this situation right here. But let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you think that the K-pop boy group and the boys had the right to leave the company because of this one reason right here or not? For the next news that I have you say, it was also announced that 3 more artists from BPM Entertainment will be leaving the company because also last week it was announced that Phoebe's, Lee Jin, and BO will be leaving the company because apparently these 3 artists had sent BPM Entertainment a notice of termination of their exclusive contracts, citing serious violations of the exclusive contracts and a breakdown of the relationship of trust. And in response to this report, BPM Entertainment has now put out their response to this, and this is what they said. A final conclusion has not been reached. Our agency is doing its utmost to ensure the artists can continue their activities normally. We signed contracts with all 11 members of the BOYZ and paid a substantial signing bonus to each member under the premise that the entire group will fulfill their contract period as a single team. However, that premise collapsed last year due to various controversies involving the members, which eventually led to one member leaving the group and reached a point where normal group activities became difficult. Despite this, we made efforts to maintain group activities by persuading damaged affiliates and bearing significant financial losses. We cannot accept the demand for contract termination raised by the BOYZ members while they ignore these circumstances. Now look, here's my thoughts about this news right here. Since this news is still in the early stages of the news, and since there has been no official announcement about these three groups leaving, I'm just going to have to wait and see, and I'm just going to have to wait for the official announcement from Big Planet Entertainment to see if these three groups have left or not. Now, moving on to a house upbeat news for you, because it was announced that while BTS RM was practicing for BTS's comeback live event called Orion that happened this past week, it was announced that he had injured his ankle, and when he had gotten diagnosed for his injury, it was announced that he has sprained his navicular, which is a partial ligament tear, and he had gotten a talus contusion. Now look, since I'm no doctor and since I have no clue on how long it's going to take for him to recover from these multiple injuries, I have only one thing to say about this. I'm just hoping that RM can recover from his injury, and also not to mention, when I saw this live event this past weekend, it seemed that RM was not that injured as well, so I'm happy about that. But like I said, I'm just hoping that he can recover from his injuries sometime very soon. Now it's time to move on to some good news, starting off with this news right here announcing that Netflix is now planning to have a world tour for K-pop Demon Hunters, because it says right here that Netflix is now planning to have a global concert tour for K-pop Demon Hunters next year, and it goes on to say that Netflix has also discussed bringing the Huntrix trio on tour live, but has also considered using only virtual performers for certain shows. Now look, for me, since I like the songs from K-pop Demon Hunters, and since I like the K-pop group Huntrix, I'm so excited for their world tour, but I do have one concern about this. If they were to go on a world tour next year, like what songs would they sing besides Golden? Like, I'm just so confused about that. But let me know down in the comment section down below. Are you also excited to see if K-pop Demon Hunters is actually going to be having a world tour next year or not? For the final news that I have for you today is that if you are a huge fan of JINI, who was a former member of NMIXX, and are wondering on when she is ever going to be making any new music at all, well, I have a good news for you, because this morning it was announced that she has now joined officially the new virtual hip hop girl group named BOYZ. I'm so happy to hear and see that she has now joined this new K-pop girl group, because you have no clue on how long I have waited to find out to see on when she's ever going to release any new music, and the fact that the news has now come out, I'm so happy about that, and I'm so happy to hear the new album that has also come out today. But thank you so much as always for watching my K-pop news video, and don't forget to like, comment, and to also subscribe down below for more K-pop news like this one. Anyways, that's it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye!